Okay, I'm late, but I also have ADHD, so it should be expected. And it's IEP season, which started for me like end of July. So here's my 5 things that I would never do, knowing what I know as a parent advocate. Number one, I would never choose a school for my child based on any sort of online review like goodschools.com or anything. You could narrow it down that way. So what I do when I'm looking for schools, because we've moved a couple times, I look at demographics specific to what I'm interested in. I want to know what are their teacher-student ratios, those types of things. I may read a few reviews, but if schools that have a perfect 5-star review may have a perfect 5-star review for kids that don't have disabilities. And so I always want to narrow down based on what it is that I really want. And then I pick up the phone or I make a meeting and I try to bring my kids with me to see how the staff reacts to them. That is a maker and a breaker for me. Number 2, I never go to an IEP meeting cold. And by cold, I mean, oh, everybody's been so great. I haven't had to talk to anybody. It's time for the IEP meeting. And then I just get to hear everybody's reports. No. If your child is getting a new IEP, I ask for all of the documentation in advance so that I can take a look at it. Some states do not require that. Most states don't require that you get the evaluations in advance, but I ask for them anyway. They shouldn't have anything to hide. Most of the time, like your speech therapist, here's my speech eval. If you have any questions, give me a call. I do. For my daughter's triennial, I had an hour-long meeting with every provider before the IEP meeting. And then when we had the IEP meeting, it was like 30 minutes long. So no, don't ever go in cold. If it's an annual, pull all the progress reports and review them and have your questions ready. Number 3, I never assume that because everybody's nice in the meeting and everybody's smiling and my kid seems happy that they're getting everything that is listed in the IEP. People forget, people are busy, so I am tracking. I may usually call a provider or email and ask how the child's doing, that. Number 3, I don't wait. I don't wait for much of anything. Typically, if I am asking for something, I'll give them about a week to respond, but if I don't get a response, I am asking again. And lastly, I do not assume that someone's going to pull me aside and tell me about all these lovely extracurricular programs that they have that my child can participate in. I will ask and ask how she will be accommodated because that's part of the law. Hope this helps.